Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. If you haven't hit the subscribe button already, please do hit that subscribe button. We really do appreciate you. And of course, if you already have subscribed and you are a regular member of the channel and you have a social media page, please feel free to share the video on your social media page, meaning Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you can share it, please do. That's just my phone telling me that we are live, which is always good to know. Right. So, conversation to discuss is, well, before I talk about that, Wilder and Joshua continue to pantomime. Will they fight? Won't they fight? When will they fight? 50 million on the table, counter offer, blah, 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 all the rest of it. So we'll see how that happens. I'm not going to talk too much about that. One thing that we do know that is definitely not happening now is Liam Smith is not fighting Sadam Ali. Sadam Ali, the WBO light middleweight champion of the world, is meant to be fighting on May the 12th against Britain's Liam Smith. And according to Frank Warren, or the article, Liam Smith has reacted badly or had an allergic reaction to something. Therefore, May 12th, Liam Smith is out. So obviously they'll be looking for some replacements, and I'm thinking to myself, well, who could replace Liam Smith? Who could logically replace Liam Smith? So just going to see if I can go down the WBO rankings first and foremost. But when I first heard this, and I heard that Liam Smith was unable to make the fight, I thought, this is a perfect opportunity for Kell Brook to step up and fight Sadam Ali. Brook should be in good enough shape, professional, should be in good enough shape, and Sadam Ali isn't a great champion. And out of all the champions around at the moment, Sadam Ali would be the logical guy that I would match Brook with, not a Charlo and not a Hurd. So I would match Brook there. Okay, in my world, I would take a chance with Brook, stick him in with a fight of Sadam Ali. If he beats Sadam Ali, it sets up a great match in the autumn of 2018 of Brook versus Khan. Kell Brook being WBO champion, making his first defense against Amir Khan. Khan talked about the fight being a he wants to fight at 147. Brook's saying he wants to fight at 154. So technically, you could have a 154 fight, and Khan could come in at 1550 or 152. It's not like he can't. It's not like he's slow. We saw him fight against Phil LaGreco, last week, and blew Phil LaGreco away in, 40 seconds? I'm sure he's had harder sparring sessions and has been in tougher fights. Another guy that potentially could fight Sadam Ali. I know he's not in the ratings that like middleweight, but why not Amir Khan fight Sadam Ali? He's got fast hands. He seems to have punches and punching power there. Sadam Ali, Amir Khan, a good fight there. And also the ethnic makeup of both guys, that would be a great fight. So there's attraction from Sadam Ali's people and his crowd, Khan and his crowd. You know, take a chance. And again, if Khan won the title, then he could say, look, I'll fight Kell Brook, 154 WBO champion. Why not? A chance for Khan to be a world champion in another weight division outside of middleweight, which I didn't think he ever stood a chance in doing. But against Sadam Ali, he's the sort of guy that would be a good fight for Khan. Same with Brook. So those are two guys that I would think would have been a good fight for against Sadam Ali. The third guy I thought would have been a good fight for Sadam Ali would have been the guy actually that Golovkin's fighting, Vanis. So, you know, there's three guys there. Of course, what does Vanis think now? He's contractually with the Golovkin fight, but could he pull out of a Golovkin fight and fight Sadam Ali? I mean, he fights Golovkin for the middleweight title, but really, that's no business really being in the middleweight division. And Sadam Ali is surely a more winnable fight than a Golovkin fight. So those are three guys I'm thinking could fight for the middleweight title, the WBO version. So I'd rather see one of those three guys fight for the middleweight title. You know, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but definitely I think those are three good fights right there for Sadam Ali. So yeah, J124, just to confirm, Liam Smith is out of his fight against Sadam Ali. Frank Warren saying that he's had an allergic reaction. That's what I'm understanding at the moment. So if Liam Smith truly is out of this fight, then Kell Brook or Amir Khan, one of those guys, they're both managed by Eddie Hearn. The question is Hearn confident enough to back out of the two guys? If I was going to put in the ring between Sadam Ali and between Kyle and Brook, Brook is the more steady of the two. What's up, my brother? Hello, how you doing, brother? That's the guy. Brook would be the more sturdy guy. He's the guy I think is probably more physically stronger. He's physically stronger than Brook, than Khan. Sorry. I trust his fundamentals a bit more than Khan. And he weren't going nowhere when he fought Golovkin in terms of Golovkin it with his biggest punches, and he was there, sturdy, upright, didn't hit the canvas. He was upright. He could take punishment. So there's no reason why I don't think Kell Brook could fight Sadam Ali, because Sadam Ali is no way as good as Errol Spence or Golovkin. Sorry, I don't buy it. So if they're serious about Brook fighting in the light middleweight division, this is a perfect opportunity. And if I were Brook, I'd take the opportunity, because I don't see him beating Charlo. I certainly don't see him beating Hurd. So why not? Why not take the fight? And that seems a better fight for me. If Eddie Hearn can turn that round, that's a superb fight for Kell Brook. I don't know if he can do that. I mean, I don't know. Is there anybody else that Frank Warren could use to throw him in? Let me see light middleweight. Another guy, Jamie Cox. Jamie Cox is a light middleweight. Is he a light middle or is he middleweight? He did fight a light middleweight. Middleweight, super middleweight. No, he was a light middleweight, moved up to middleweight. So Jamie Cox, that might be a bit too much for him to move back down to light middle. I don't know who else we think about. Am I doing commentary on the Jacobs card Sunday morning? Probably not. Unless the card times are different. Because two guys I've already covered on this channel. Isaac Dogba. This is the home of Isaac Dogba, BWTM Sports. So Isaac Dogba is a priority. And of course, B.Y. Jennings fights on the same card on Box Nation. So I'm more, if I'm going to have to go somewhere, the priority is going to be BWTM Sports covering the Box Nation card or Top Rank card with Jennings and Dogba. So that's where I'm going to be. Yes, Shoaib. Just talking about potential guys who could take the place of Liam Smith, who is out of his fight against Sadam Ali. I've mentioned that I think Kell Brook could be perfect to bring in. Oh, hi, Ingram friend. There's only one Tyson Fury. Yes, boxing life. There's only one Super Ingram. Listen, I'm all for Tyson Fury's comeback. You'll never hear me say anything against that. But I am sick and tired of seeing Tyson Fury's face and no opponent has been announced. 2 press conferences, no opponent announced. Sorry, no, I just can't. And I can't be excited over a guy that's not fought for 2.5 years. His best performance against Klitschko, have it be said right. And before the Klitschko fight, many people were saying that he was going to get sparked in 2 rounds. He was uncoordinated, and many people were taking and making fun out of Tyson Fury because he was punching himself in the face. So please put all this into consideration before now saying Tyson Fury is the greatest thing since sliced bread. There are some very dedicated Fury fans. Of course, I understand that. And I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about those others. You gotta love Tyson. He's gonna bring some definite humor, some excitement to the heavyweight division without a shadow of a doubt. And he has got skills. Whether the skills, trainer, partnership, new team, mental state is all together, all working right on the night that he fights either Joshua or Wilder or a top 10 opponent, and he can hold it together, then we have a real great heavyweight to look forward to have in the top of the heavyweight division. There's still a mountain to climb, but he's in a better shape now than he was 3, 4, 5 months ago. So even a year ago. So he's in better shape, and I'm happy for it. So like I said, happy to have Tyson back. Wish him all the best. Nothing but positivity for him on his comeback. But seeing is believing. I believed he'd beat Klitschko. I still believe he struggles against smaller fighters. Hence why the southpaw style is where it is. But we have to see how he does, how he looks under his new trainer, and how that works, and how that style, and how that training camp, and how that trainer works when Tyson is in trouble. All the game plan has gone out of the window. That's when we're going to see how good the team is. Not in a press conference, not doing interviews, not hitting pads that don't hit back, and not in sparring sessions. When he's under the lights, the big lights are on, he's against an opponent that can cause trouble, that's only then, and we might not know that until 2019. No, in fact, we won't know that until, I hope we don't have to discover that until 2019. Until that point in time, it's all very much speculation. Nathan Gorman calling out Danny Dubois yesterday at presser. Gorman treading in dangerous ground there. Well, you got to say, Dubois, I saw him work out. Dubois is still very much, he's got a big punch in him, but he is young and mechanical in some ways. Big punch, heavy-handed, but very much 1-2, very mechanical, robotic. Gorman, to me, Nathan Gorman looks a lot more fluid. Nice fast hands, looks more fluid, loose. I think Gorman, you got to back yourself. Did you see Kell Brook's face at the Khan fight last week? He looked like he can make heavyweight. Yeah, he's light middleweight, so it's probably less weight for him to lose. Could he make the fight against Sadam Ali? I mean, as long as he hits 154 on the night, he can always rehydrate to whatever the hell he wants to rehydrate to. But I still think Kell would be the best opponent for Sadam Ali. If you're thinking about Khan v. Brook in the future, that's a masterstroke if you can make it happen. There's only one cornflake metal eye. Right, says Brook Boxing Live. Smash the like buttons, guys. I think Sadam Ali beats him. Well, he might do. He might do. But then he might not. I mean, you say he might beat him. Does that mean Eddie Hearn should not make the fight? Does that mean Kell Brook should not make the fight? No, they should make the fight. Because if he's not fighting for a world title, because let's be honest, you won't stick Brook in with Charlo anytime soon. You certainly won't stick Brook in with Hurd, who looks about 4 weight divisions above everyone else. You'd struggle to put him in with Lara, movement and all the rest of it. So, you know, Ali, no disrespect to Sam Ali, but he is the weakest of the champions. You want Kell Brook to be a world champion again, right, Eddie? Make the fight happen. Joshua versus Wilder. Who wins, my brother? Well, let's see if that fight ever even happens. I'm going with Wilder. Speed, unbelievable power, and a willingness to engage when necessary. Long reigning WBC world champion. And for me, has fought the better opponent, which is Luis Ortiz. I'm going with Wilder. And he won a bronze medal, a legit bronze medal. Whereas, let's be honest, wherever Deontay Wilder was in the world, he would have won that bronze medal. You can't say the same for Anthony Joshua. And I'm not nitpicking. I'm not trying to be difficult. Wherever Aldi Harrison was in the world, he was going to be a gold medalist. Wherever Diego was in the world, he would have been a gold medalist. Do you know what I mean? But wherever Anthony Joshua in the world was, he would not have been a gold medalist. He might not have got out the first round. And that is the stone cold truth. Deontay Wilder is a bona fide bronze medalist. You may laugh, say he was a bronze medalist, but that is what it is. He's a bronze medalist for a reason. Call him wild, call him what you want. But this is a guy that, for me, is getting better with every fight. You know, he's getting better with every fight. Those eyes of Brooke are like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. Any beef, they will run off again like Spence and GGG. I go Wilder says, boxing life. The Jiminov Network says Sadam Ali has a great trainer in Andre Rozier, but Adam Ali is chinny. This is why I say I give Kell Brook a chance. Fair assessment, brother. I think exactly the same. I think he's far from wild. Yeah, people say he's wild. Listen, look, some people talk out their ass. I'm sorry to use that language. Some people absolutely talk out of their backside. And I'll explain to you why. And they'll just moan for moaning's sake. You say you want a heavyweight that knocks people out. You've got that in Deontay Wilder. 40 fights, 39 by KO. Okay. You want a guy who fights the best in the division. Okay. Luis Ortiz was considered the most dangerous heavyweight in the world. A fighter that Anthony Joshua himself didn't want to fight. A fighter that Tyson Fury said nobody wants to fight. He himself said was a good fighter, but said, why do I want to fight him? On our channel, he admitted that. Tyson Fury. So, Wilder beats Ortiz. If he was so old, why didn't Joshua fight him? If he was so easy to beat, why didn't Joshua beat him? Because Luis Ortiz came with a genuine threat. Wilder beat Ortiz. Now, if Ortiz then was considered the best heavyweight in the world and considered the most difficult, dangerous, danger man, blah, 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 and all these Ortiz people were talking, Wilder knocked him out. Legit heavyweight knockout. Yes, he had some difficulty along the way, but that comes with competitiveness. Okay? So I just don't buy the crap that some people come out with. Oh, he's wild. All right. So he's technically not great. Okay. Do you like Floyd Mayweather? No, I don't like Floyd. Why don't you like Floyd? Well, he doesn't score enough knockouts. He's always running around the ring. Okay. Well, Wilder went almost toe-to-toe with Ortiz, got tagged himself and hurt. Yeah, but Wilder's wild. Okay. All right. All right. Skilled heavyweight. Tyson Fury. You know, I don't like Tyson Fury. Why? He puts his hands behind his back and he's real skilled, but he doesn't cause enough knockouts. Okay, then Deontay Wilder. But I like Anthony Joshua. Okay. Yeah, but how many times has Joshua knocked people out cold? Or really knocks them out where the referee doesn't have to intervene? You see, these things that I don't understand. People talk out their ass, and half the people that talk don't understand the sport of boxing. So this is my argument with some of these guys. You know what I mean? And Wilder's a good fighter. Wilder's a good fighter. Boxer, take the guy for what he is. He is a legit freakish punching power. And people say, oh yeah, he just needs to meet a good boxer. So you're telling me that Ortiz is not a good boxer? Okay, all right. If that's the best that the division had to offer, which was Luis Ortiz, that the man that everyone's saying can beat Wilder, didn't want to face. Okay, I didn't hear people say Joseph Parker was the most dangerous heavyweight in the division. I never heard anyone say Joseph Parker was the most awkward fighter in the heavyweight division. Not now, my friend. I'll talk to you later. Well, everyone decides to make their calls when I'm in the middle of doing things. Thank you very much. So there we go. Guna says, Ingram, keep up the good work. We'll be watching the boxing on Spike tonight. Probably not. I'm going to have a boxing night out. Probably going to see the Avengers if I can. Wilder is very controlled, I says. Ortiz attacks all those punches from round 6 was it. Missed, and that was down to a defensive Wilder. Yeah. Wilder is trained by former gold medalist and good fighting, welterweight in the 90s, Mark Breland. Most people don't know who Mark Breland is. If you spoke to him, Mark Breland's an excellent fighter. I remember where he cut Lloyd Hannigan to shreds. Breland was the king of defense. People forget. Good point, Jimmy, says Boxing Life. For real. They wanted Ortiz to beat Wilder and freeze him out. But it didn't happen. I do think AJ will win, though, says Shots TV. Okay. Breland beat Hannigan and Curry, didn't he? I think back in the year. But Wilder has a 98% KO ratio, and that's not easy. There you go. Yes, Boxing Life. Clip was not done 11th as AJ. My thoughts for what they are saying. Klitschko was not done. Klitschko was not done in round 11 versus AJ. My thoughts for what they were. Okay. Joseph Parker had no power. Marlon Starling says, Boxing Life, Ortiz would have KO'd Parker. Well, there we go. There we have it. So my thoughts are, if and when this fight ever does happen between Wilder and Joshua, I'd go with Wilder. Being around a little longer, a legit Olympic bronze medalist, tremendous punching power, and has fought quite a lot of fighters. I think he's fought a range of different fighters, different challenges, and he's still kept the championship. So fair play to Deontay Wilder. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole the Deontay Wilder thing. Yeah, Marlon Starling was a bad man as well. Marlon Starling. I like Simon Brown. Simon Brown was my guy. I love Simon Brown. I'm sure Simon Brown beat Terry Norris, and then Terry Norris came back and knocked Simon Brown out. But Simon Brown was the welterweight I like to look at. That's when I first started getting into boxing. We used midweek sports special, and Simon Brown was the man. Yeah. So back to my point about Sadam Ali. If Kell Brook can get in there and jump in and make that fight, be interesting. It's a state of boxing today where, back in the day, guys were fighting 4 or 5 times a year. Now you got guys fighting once or twice a year. Negotiations, promoters, TV. As I said, Kell Brook's the man to fight Sadam Ali. I hope he's in shape. Yeah. I think that's about it, people. I don't have much more to talk about. Apart from this, check out our interview with Luke Watkins, the unbeaten Commonwealth champion, 13-0 from Swindon. He's going to be fighting Lawrence Okoli in a fight coming up shortly. So Luke Watkins, Lawrence Okoli in the cruiserweight division. He talks about the upcoming fight against Lawrence Okoli. He talks about his thoughts on Tony Bellew and the rematch with David Haye. Also talks about Gassiev and Usyk. That's about a 15-minute interview, one of our shortest interviews, but check that out. Also check out Isaac Dogba, the Royal Storm, who challenges Jesse Magdaleno for the WBO super featherweight championship of the world, or super bantamweight. I can't remember which one it is. One of the two. But yeah, Dogba on the channel, live interview with him in his hotel room with Melissa from Milk PR, his publicist, and his father, Paul Dogba. A great team they are. Check that interview out. Brian Bye Jennings also fights top rank on the same card as Isaac Dogba, live on Box Nation. Listen to what Brian Jennings has to say. He's got his fight coming against Joey Deweyko, again available on this channel. And tonight, Liam Cameron, the Commonwealth champion in the middleweight division, defends his title against Nick Geman. That's live on Free Sports tonight. So you can check that out if you've got Freeview or Sky. You can check that out tonight. Liam Cameron defending his middleweight title, his first defense of the title since beating Sam Sheedy. Check out his interview exclusively on BWTM Sports as well. And if you want to see what Liam Cameron fights like, just check out Liam Cameron, type out Liam Cameron BWTM. You'll see his fight against Sam Sheedy. A great fight. Should have been fight of the year last year. Liam Cameron is a guy going places. Looking forward to that as well. J124 says, I have to face AJ as the all-round better boxer, but Wilder does have the equalizer. AJ can win on points and by TKO, whereas Wilder can only win by KO. It's all that matters if you win by KO. If you look at the percentages, how many guys go the distance with Wilder, and look who's just gone the distance with Joshua. Is Joshua that big a puncher? Parker was able to do much more or less what he wanted to do. And you look at Takam, gave him some problems as well. I mean, Takam wasn't going to get knocked out. The referee had to come in and stop the fight, even though Takam was on his feet. So that's 2 fights there. So we'll have to see. We'll just have to see. AL says, Gilbert looked like he was 180 pounds last week. That's true. Jimmy says, I hope he gets Ali. He may KO Ali. I think he does if he can get down to the weight in time. Brooke Chocolate Brown talk his Wallace and Gromit accent. I can't get excited about a guy and his Jojo Dan defenses. I know that sounds bad, but that's me. I understand. I get it. I understand. This might shock you. I would tip Parker to beat Wilder on points. Can box, move durable, good defense. Yeah? But do you think Parker could take the Wilder power? That's the question. That's the question. We're talking about Parker versus Wilder. Can he take the power? Can he take that power? And could Parker get past Ortiz? So I'm looking forward to talking to Joseph Parker shortly. I spoke to the champ a few days ago, but I'm looking forward to trying and getting him invited him on the channel. So that's about it from us. Check out our videos on the channel. And any videos you look, check out the end of the videos. At the end of them, I have cards. I always leave videos at the end for you to check out, just like I'll do at the end of this video. Pop your messages and your thoughts on the comment section below. I'm out of here. This is my thoughts on Liam Cameron fights tonight. Liam Smith, who's out of his fight against Sadam Ali. I've suggested Kell Brook and Amir Khan to fight Sadam Ali as replacements. And while Joshua Wilder continue to back and forth with one another, just gave my thoughts on why I think Wilder beats Joshua. And that's it. Thank you all so much for listening. Again, don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments, like the video, smash the like button, and share it among your friends and family. And hey, tell your friends and family about BWTM Sports. Get them on. And one other thing, if you've got a fighter or anybody in the sport, whether it be boxing or sport in general, and you want them on BWTM Sports, get in touch. That's how Luke Watkin came onto the channel. One guy Carl Davis decided to contact me and say, hey, talk to Luke Watkin. So I got in touch with Luke Watkin. We've made the interview happen. So, fingers crossed for some new interviews. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Why is he out of it? Just because Warren said he had some allergic reaction to something. That's why. Spool back the thing from the start, the video from the start, and you can hear it all again, all in HD. Take care. Have a good evening, and as they say, Wakanda forever.